Welcome to Sunday Mornings with Enlightenism. I'm Brother Malcolm.
And I'm Sister Carolyn.
And we are here to share Enlightenism with you so you can cleanse the mind of toxic illusions.
Yes.
And replace those illusions with power and clarity. Inner mind, power, and clarity.
Okay.
Sister Carolyn is going to get us started. She's an Enlightenism practitioner, teacher, workshop facilitator, a lady that's on the move in the world, folks, sharing Enlightenism, a new way to think and live. Enlightenism is the greater power within you. And here's Sister Carolyn to explain it to you. Sister Carolyn.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Malcolm. As Brother Malcolm said, I am Sister Carolyn. I am an Enlightenism teacher and consciousness practitioner. And the work in my life is all the time, every time, no matter where I am. And this broadcast is brought to you so that you can begin your homework. And your homework is where you live. Your homework is how you show up. Your homework is what you say. Your homework is what you do. And so wherever you go, it is imperative that you recognize your awareness of being. And the awareness of being that I think about most in my life is my awareness of having everything that I will ever need for the journey. What we always say, you are whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that you will ever need for the journey. And when you know this, you travel with clarity and you travel with joy. You understand that is what you bring to the table wherever you show up and whenever you show up. Your homework is ongoing. Your homework is ongoing. Remember that. Your homework is ongoing. You never go anywhere without taking your beingness. And your beingness is your home. It is where you will reside until time is no more. You are always recognized in this home, no matter how you show up. And no matter what you show up with, you are recognized. And what do you bring with you? You can only bring with you your awareness of being. You can only bring with you the homework that you do every moment that you're in this life. You become responsible, or I should say, you are responsible for the current conditions in your life, no matter what they are. But you are also aware that you have the power to change the way you think and live. And you do this through the unlearning process. And the unlearning process is what we have learned from others on how to store pain, how to keep pain, and how to be in pain whenever we show up. And we don't think that we're doing that, but you are. And the idea of knowing who you are when you show up is about taking the responsibility of being whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, colorless, and ageless, so that you are not distracted by someone else's definition of you or how you live or what you think. Your definitions come from your self-awareness of being whole, perfect, and complete. And when we're unlearning anything, we're unlearning the methodology that we have been practicing for years to remain victims. And the idea of defining yourself is so that you don't step into victimhood, that you don't step into others' beliefs about who you are and how you should act and what you should do. You are clear about who you are. You are unlearning those patterns of belief taught to you by others. When you reach a point of being uncomfortable with those definitions, then and only then can you take responsibility for the current conditions in your life. With Enlightenism, we know when you take responsibility for the current conditions in your life, then and only then can you change them. Then and only then can you ask yourself the question, who am I aware of being? When you don't take this clarity, when you don't have it, when you don't have this freedom to speak to yourself fully, then it's not a question that you can answer. Because the question and the way that you answer it is based on the definition of others of you. And when you take responsibility for who you are and where you live in this house, only then can you clearly do the homework. And homework is every moment of the day. Homework is what shows up wherever you are. You know what you bring to the table. You are not sitting there not knowing. And when you bring the wholeness that you are not going to be fragmented when something comes up that is not the truth about you. Self-awareness, clarity, freedom, and trusting the self are the tools that you walk away with Enlightenism. You can understand the question or the statement of the Sufi poet Rumi when he said, out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrongdoing, there is a field, and I will meet you there. What I've come to know is Enlightenism is that clear field. The awareness, the self-awareness, the self-realization, the trust that you have in the self. So you are not trusting in others. You are trusting in yourself. You are aware of who you are and what you need do to move closer to the self. I invite you, as I always do, each and every Sunday. If you don't have a copy of Enlightenism, I encourage you to purchase this book, Enlightenism, from Amazon or from our website, thebysociety.org, to pick up your copy. It is truly where you can understand clearly who you are and begin to ask yourself those questions that promote that clarity, that promote who you are aware of being. And now it's time for Brother Malcolm. And so I give you Brother Malcolm, author, philosopher, and creator of Enlightenism, Brother Malcolm.
Thank you, Sister Carolyn. And
welcome.
I am aware of being whole, perfect, and complete with the greater power of God consciousness in me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for
You're
getting us
welcome.
started. Okay, folks, I'm Brother Malcolm coming to you live from the Enlightenism Zone. I want to welcome all of you to the broadcast for part 2. Think of yourself as a great power, overcoming illusions in the world. And illusions are the things that other people have taught us. They seem innocuous when we first learn about them with the child's mindset. When we learn about Santa Claus, Jack and Jill, all of these types of stories, Cinderella, and they become real to a little kid. In your mind, you can kind of glorify, and you say, wow, this is the Three Bears or something. Some type of story. Story is an illusion. But to a kid, what is happening is the adults are conditioning us to get accustomed to even larger illusions. They're preparing the mind with the foundation so that illusions become acceptable in your life. You can accept the illusions now. It's very easy to keep changing the illusion, glorifying people, and telling you stories about what happened in the past. And these are all illusions. Someone's interpretations. When you get out of the interpretations, you get out of the illusions. And when you get out of the illusion, you enter into the mind and you deal with self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is something that you learn from the God consciousness within you. It's a new learning system. It's a new belief system. This is what Enlightenism is about. Understanding the process of entering into self-knowledge to cleanse the mind of all of the reference points that you're using from the past, from your childhood. The development of the mind. The development of the mind to create, as some people say, the ego, the self. And you want to know, how do I dissolve the self so that you can create a new awareness of being? To dissolve the awareness of who you are, including the illusion of your name, your race, your color. All of these illusions that we are bought into, and the interpretations that go with the illusion, or of the illusions. There is a power in you that's greater than the illusions. The power in you I call God consciousness. It is consciousness. It is space. It's the ability to become clean, to clean up your mind, to let go, to fall free into the consciousness so you can see the illusions. You can see how you condition your mind to believe that you are powerless. And everything else, all of the stories, all of the interpretations of where the power exists. And then we began to develop our minds. So when someone like me and others come forth and say, you want to overcome the illusion? You say, well, I don't believe that we can. You want to unlearn what others have taught you? People say, well, I don't believe you can unlearn anything. And I'm saying to you today, yes, you can. If you are willing to make a commitment to trust yourself and the power in you. If you're willing to let go of all of the things that you have been depending upon all of your life. If you're willing to do this, then you're able to get into another mindset. And you're able to get into self-knowledge, a new way to communicate with the consciousness within you. If you're communicating with the God consciousness within you, and your mind is all victimized and powerless by all of the illusions, who do you think you're talking to? You think you're in pain, but you're not. You think you're suffering, but you're not. It's an interpretation about what is happening in your life based upon the beliefs that you're using from someone else's creation. You're using someone else's beliefs to judge your own life, to determine how successful you are, to determine if you're a failure, to determine what is happening in your life. If you're using an illusion to determine what's happening in your life, then what is happening in your life is an illusion. And that's when the mind awakens itself to search within. When I say search within, I'm not talking about some mythological journey. I'm talking about you spending the time with yourself to build your mind up, to let go of all of the things that you're dependent on all of your life, and to begin to perceive yourself as a powerful person, to feel it. And I don't mean power in the sense of what others have told you about power. I'm talking about a different type of power. I'm talking about powers of the mind. I'm talking about a powerful mind. People, we have lived in this country and in this world for a long period of time, searching for freedom, using all different types of labels to try to find freedom. The great debate today is about the violence in all of the cities in the United States of America. And where some people want to solve the problem and some people have learned how to accept it. And when you learn how to accept powerlessness, you gravitate to it. You gravitate to the mindset that promotes powerlessness. And then you become victimized by it. Then it becomes a way of life. This is the way it's supposed to be. We are supposed to be powerful. We are supposed to be free in consciousness. We're divinely created with powerful minds. We're divinely created. What happens outside of you is not what you want to be happening inside of you. So what is inside of you is impacting what you think of yourself and your actions that express outside of you. Change the consciousness within you. I shouldn't say change it. Become one with the consciousness and learn. Learn something different. Something that is not rooted in the past. Something that is not rooted in illusions. Learn something about who you are and this power within you. And know it is in the present, not in the past. It exists in the present moment. You are alive in the present, not in the past. And when you understand that, folks, when you take the time to trust yourself, then you will know that Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. It is the key. It is the key for millions of people in the inner cities today that may feel powerless and victimized. It is the key for millions of people in rural America today and all over the country who are unable to change how they think and live, who are caught up in the sense certainty that what they have been taught, what they have learned in the universities is a reality, not an illusion about who they are. Create a new person, a new awareness of being with Enlightenism. I'm Brother Malcolm. And check it out, folks. Get the Enlightenism book. Read it for yourself. Talk about it with others. And understand, I'm doing the work to promote, to really present some information to you that I have found beneficial to me. It's beneficial for me. It's beneficial for you. I'm Brother Malcolm. Check back with me again, folks. Have a great day.